the fuck the real dialogue is. What the fuck is this thing? All of the windshield, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck. What the fuck did I say? That didn't sound for shit, did it? And here, under the hood, we've stored something that'll really come in handy if it doesn't fall out and break my leg. Ah! What we're doing is we're building a fucking industrial film, trying to give these guys everything they can get to me. And that's it. Fuck it. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. We suppose we open... Got to do it again, right now. Oh, fuck. 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 Oh, fuck. Shit. Tony, do me a favor, will you please? Will you? Will you do me a kindness? Leave. Yeah.
I think I want to be walking in and out if you're going to fuck up and I got to come back.
I don't make any difference to me at this juncture. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Tony. Don't slam the fucking door. No more. Listen, I've got to give a clue here now. I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day from anyone. That includes me. It's going to be very hot. It's going to be very uncomfortable for everybody. Want anybody yelling. We get anybody yelling around here anymore today, and then the shit is going to hit the fan. And they fit the diverse needs of a very big fern, and they fit the needs of a very diverse buyer segment. Why can't I remember? I wrote this stuff. Why can't I remember it? Why don't I say it fucking right? What does the goddamn line say, Tony? What is the goddamn line? I don't give a shit what the line is. I fucked up the word rear. I can't even read the fucking VO straight. What the fuck was that? We got flies all over the fucking place. Son of a bitch. Get out of here, you fucking flies. There's a fly over the headlight, Tony. We got flies coming for us. Fuck. Fuck out of here, you flies. We got 3 flies, 5 flies. And if you will, make sure, if you will, we don't have that fly on the left side, on the passenger side, because we don't have that in frame, but make sure we don't have any flies here. And we don't have any flies. Here we go. Get out of here, you goddamn jackass. I gotta read it again because my mind is just a piece of shit this morning. God, I can't fucking make my mind work. Tony, give me a towel for just a minute, please. That... I'm blinded by that fucking hot light. Goddamn son of a bitch! What do you mean, I'm gonna fall off the fucking thing? Fuck. Just keep running. Bullshit. I'm gonna slate this fucker. All right, I haven't got time to mark this motherfucker. Here we go again. We can't hear anybody. Nobody can talk to anybody.
Still speeding.
Well, turn the fucking thing off, you dumbass. And I'd like to kick your fucking head in. Meet innovation. Money. Fuck. Not even funny anymore. Son of a bitch! Jesus Christ. Fuck! Shit. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Shit. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Shit. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Fuck off! What the hell's the line? Shit! What the fuck is it? Can't remember the goddamn line. The accoutrement that you will need. Accoutrement? What is that shit? I don't know, shit. It's just all gone. I get so goddamn diuretic when I sit here, and my mouth just never stops. For 1989, each individual storage compartment has this controlled light that you can put up your fern if you want to. How's that? What shot is it? Oh, shit. What did I do? Did I walk through it? It's going to be very helpful in keeping you from falling down, you big dumb son of a bitch. You're disturbing what's left of my brain. Yeah, but my mind is such shit. To say nothing of the flies in my head. Got a fly in my mouth and every fucking other thing happens. If I knew what the rest of the line was, then I would be in good shape. It's amazing how I just babble.
Guess my mind is going again.
My body is dismembered from my mind completely, which is pretty.
There's no words there. There's no words on it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. I've never seen that. Fucking thing sucks. There's no words there. Okay. Ready? Take it away. Go, go. Yeah. Go, go. Yeah. Go, go. Yeah. Fuck it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Go, go. What does that mean? To play us out? Fuck it. Fuck it. To end the show? Yeah. Yeah.
What is up? What is up, everybody? Welcome back. It seems like it's been forever since we've done one of these, but it feels really good to be back. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging in while we took like an 18-month hiatus. I don't even know how long it was. It was a long break, but we took a long break. And it feels really good to get back. A lot of shit has happened. So much shit has happened. But yeah, we'll start with studio is now in the basement. The old studio is now a baby room. So a lot of things have been moved. We got a new computer, got a new soundboard, or mixer, I should say. So let me know how it sounds. But I've been trying to tweak this. But I've moved everything around. Everything should be good now. It's working way better. Hopefully we can interview people now without the whole system like crashing. But fuck yeah, like things are better than they were before. Stream Deck's fucking working again. Everything's working again. So I'm pumped to be back. I'm pumped to do this again. And yeah, it's like the reboot. It's the reboot. So welcome back. Welcome back. Dark Horse Live, episode 168, which is weird to say. But yeah, I've done 168 of these fucking things. So bear with me because I'm a little bit rusty. I'm a little rusty on how to do this shit. But anyway, on the show tonight, we've got free shit. Everybody loves free shit. Let's get some dipshit of the day. We've got what in the actual fuck. We've also got something where I'm going to talk about the industry right now and why I'm basically leaving it. So yeah, we'll talk about it. It's not what you think. Little teaser, but yeah. So before any further ado, there is a huge piece of news that I'm not in jail. Thank you guys. Huge piece of news that I have to unveil to everybody. I am an engaged man. Woot woot. I don't have applause. Do I have applause? No, I got one of these. I don't know if that's the right sound effect, but I'm an engaged man, happily engaged. Miss J-Lo, we did it. We have a baby. We're going to get married. She said yes to me, so yeah, I gave her a ring. All is well. I kind of can't believe it, but I totally can believe it. I'm so fucking actually happy to like not be single man anymore or not be on the market anymore, like all that. Like I'm done. And yeah, dude, I'm getting married. So eventually, probably the next year or two, we're talking about we want to go to Hawaii, destination wedding, so that it's not big. But either way, the big fucking news. I'm getting married, which seems very fucking weird to say out loud, but it's true, and I'm stoked about it. So I'm getting married. Anyway, that's the biggest news of the day. Let's go to free shit.
It's free!
Did you guys forget about free shit, man? Whew. This feels good to give something away. I haven't given something away in a long time. But yeah, let's go with Bruce Banner. I also have some big news on this front. The Sea Bazaar. The Sea Bazaar is back up and running. It never really went away, but the merchant account kind of situation made it really hard to check out. So we have cards again on the Sea Bazaar, and I couldn't be happier to report that. So if you go to the Sea Bazaar or even darkhorsegenetics.com, you can grab your seeds right there. Easy checkout, international, all that stuff. Right back to the way it used to be. Take cards again. Super dope. But in the meantime, let's give away some Bruce Banner, original Bruce Banner 6-pack F2s, regular seed. How are we going to do it? Let's do darkhorsegeneticslive@gmail.com. I got to dust this email off. And then send me an email with welcome back. And we'll pick the... Let's pick the 59th person. 59th person. Yeah. You will win a free pack of Bruce Banner, original Bruce Banner 6-pack regular seed. So if you want it, hit up the email, darkhorsegeneticslive, gmail.com. In the subject line, you need to write welcome back. I will pick the 59th person, and I will return an email to you, and we'll get them out to you on the house. So congrats, whoever wins. This is kind of weird to me, just sit here to give away free shit. It's been a while since I gave away some free shit. But yeah, with that said, I do wanted to talk real quick about YouTube, because YouTube has been interesting in the last, even though we've been gone, we have been getting in trouble. I'll say that much. So they've changed some policies on YouTube, and I'm not really sure. It was like July 15th, they changed a bunch of policies, unleashed a bunch of AI bots, and these AI bots have gone over old content, and they are striking it, and the channel potentially is in jeopardy because pretty much every single one of these shows is not legit in the eyes of this AI bot thing or whatever. So I will say, probably follow us on Instagram or check out like our website. If this channel goes away, check our website. We'll leave a message there for you can find us while we'll restart. But yeah, I'm a little leery with YouTube right now because we've lost like 6 videos, I think, over the last like 3 or 4 months. And we were kind of in strike jail, so I couldn't really do lives until a couple days ago. So we're back. I hope we can stay doing lives. Hopefully this AI bot, I'm tempted to like delete all the content, but I don't really want to do that. So just look for us live every week. If we're not here, then there's a chance our channel might go because I keep getting flagged by this AI shit. But it seems like something dramatically has changed with the way that they're policing this AI or this content. I'm sorry, because it never used to be a problem. And like I say, we lost like big videos, like the ABC's of Fake C's went down. I don't know if it was the bot or if it was just people that were pissed, but we've lost videos from like Grand Prix. We've lost videos of top 10 favorite products, but it's all related to YouTube's content or whatever, not liking it and then deleting our thing, giving us a strike. You get like 3 or 4 strikes and you're out. So yeah, I'm trying to hang in there. Hopefully we can hang in there. But yeah, YouTube is being weird right now. So if you guys want, like I say, give us a follow on Instagram or check out the website. If something happens, we'll let you know what's going on. All right. Oh yeah, CBazaar. I just told you, but I want to show you real quick. Over here. CBazaar is back up and running. Just wanted to show you. Go ahead and grab your stuff. Appreciate you all out there. But yeah, CBazaar back and running. Really, I've reformatted this with just me and Mosca right now. Shout out to Mosca. Check out his beans too. But we've kind of come together to bring this thing back alive. So yeah, if you're looking for something, it's been years. It's almost been a year since you could buy something. So if you've been looking for something or waiting for something or an opportunity to buy something, thank you. And that right there is probably what gets me AI flagged or whatever. But who cares? Let's rolling forward. All right. Let's talk about. Really, it's kind of a awkward subject for me because I don't really know how I want to like jump into this topic, but I have a few reasons as to why. But without further ado, some of you probably know, but our store, we've closed our store. We only ran the store for 18 months or whatever, or like a little bit longer than that actually, but it only took me about 18 months to read the writing on the wall, and it not good writing on the wall. So we essentially unloaded the licenses and got out of the industry. This is the first time I can report in like 14 years that I'm technically not a part of the industry at the moment. And I'll kind of talk about the reasons why we made the decision to sort of back out of this legal industry at the moment. There's a lot of them, but we'll talk about why we back out right now, stand on the sidelines, see what's going to happen, potentially what we're going to do, what we're going to move forward with. But without further ado, I've got a few things that I wanted to go over as to why that essentially I've quit. I've quit the industry temporarily, but yeah, it just seems smarter to sell off than to stay in as what's going on right now. So number one reason, I don't even know what's number one. First reason I wrote down, there's a problem in Colorado. I'm sure this kind of expands to all over the country, but there's a problem in Colorado where the rents are insane, and it's not just like across the board, it's specifically cannabis rents. And the way that the state organized their system out here, they made it so that you couldn't really, like, once you rent something, you're locked in there. And it costs a fortune to build out, to build the place, to pass the COs, to get all this stuff through. And the landlords know that. And we're at a unique time in the industry right now where it's almost 20 years since people have started building these places out. And since it's been about 20 years, you think of these landlords and what they've done. They've essentially increased their rent. And you think about the product or the industry itself, it essentially is not worth a fraction of what it was worth. So when the rents keep going up, but the profit margin of your product keeps going down, you run into this position where people are asking for like $15,000 rent, $20,000 rent for buildings, and it's absurd. It's just absurd, and they can because you can't leave because you're locked in. And this is something I'll say about all small businesses. If you rent a building and you have been there for a long time, odds are you'll be priced out of it eventually because there's just padded in 3 to 5% increase in rents every year or every couple of years. Before you know it, what you rented, when I first got into the business, my first shop was $1,600 a month. I'll just say the last one that we just got out of was about $16,000 a month. And it's just like, what the fuck happened here? Like, what the fuck happened here? How did rent get so insane? And it's because really, when you lock something into a licensed facility for X number of years, the rent can only go up, and once it goes up, it's really hard to go backwards. And this is something that buyer beware, I should say, with the industry, because if you're gonna be in this industry, it really makes sense to buy, because if you can buy it and control that destiny, it's a much smarter way to go. But the cost of doing this stuff is so expensive that most people rent something, remodel it, get going, and then before you know it, you spend around 5 to 10 years later, and your rent is quadruple. And it's just like, that could work if cannabis flew or rose with inflation. But as I think we all know, cannabis didn't rise with inflation. So the rents become an impossible scenario. And with that, moving is next to impossible. So I'm speaking to Colorado specifically here, but they've made it so that you really can't move your shops. Like, you can't just go get a cheaper rent. You can't, you're charging me $16,000 a month rent for a shop. Like, I'll just go across the street and rent something else for a couple grand, and I'll move my licenses there and fill some stuff out. And it doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, once you're locked in, you're locked in. So that's what allows landlords to do this. And even in Colorado, they've tried to create zones along the state where you can only move your grow, MIP, store, whatever within that zone. So you have a sliver of the map that you're eligible to move to, and if you move, you got to redo the whole CO process. So it's a major motherfucker. I'll just say it's a major motherfucker, and it's contributing to the major problems that we're facing in the cannabis industry right now, specifically in Colorado. I know this probably mimics other states, or other states are mimicking this issue, but I will tell you what I'm seeing as an owner for 19 years or whatever. This is what I'm seeing right now is a major fucking problem. Is everybody who started in the industry didn't have shit when they started. So we just rented something, we filled it up, we tried to keep reinvesting, you just keep building and building and building. But then before you turn around and realize, it's like you're really overpaying square footage. Like, we're paying per square foot like more than you would in Manhattan, and it's fucking ridiculous. So you have to call like a spade and be like, what are we doing here with these crazy rents? If you have a scenario where you have a good rent in the legal cannabis industry, then you're winning the game. You know what I mean? For sure. Oh, Schedule 3. This one I put on here because I got to be honest. We'll probably do a show about Schedule 3. I'm sure we'll do a show about Schedule 3. We'll talk a lot about it in the future. But in a brief synopsis of it, fuck no, dude. Fuck no, I'm not doing this. Like, when I saw Schedule 3, it was pretty much the moment that I'm like, let's sell the licenses, because it doesn't make sense to me to get more regulated, have federal regulators, become a pharmacy, deal with that. Like, I got to tell you, I've been through so much bullshit that I really don't think that I could handle more bullshit on a federal level, which then brings in OSHA. And Schedule 3, the people that are celebrating this shit is the big corporate cannabis groups that are already destroying everything. So, no, Schedule 3 was terrible for small businesses, terrible for the cannabis industry in general, and it was a massive mistake. And I will say this much, that it makes a guy like me who's able to operate within a licensed state framework, it makes it where I'm comfortable to do it within the state, even though it's federally illegal. I'm comfortable to do that the entire time. But as soon as you add a federal, a license attached to it, and all the hurdles that go with federal regulation, fuck no. It makes me think of breweries and like Budweiser and the rest of those guys that are huge. The only people that are going to come out of this, is going to be massive companies, the Curaleafs and the biggest of the big. So it's like, I don't think it's fucking good. But I will say that the whole thing with Schedule 3, I believe will turn out to be a motherfucking nightmare for the United States. It really will. I believe it'll be an absolute nightmare. And particularly when they said that there's no interstate commerce. That was one thing I was holding on to, where I was like, look, if we can hold on and I'll go Schedule 3 and I fill out all your paperwork and I'll get fucking inspected by all your federal fucking inspectors and all this bullshit. I was like, but fine. As long as I can sell my flower to New York or Ohio or California or wherever the fuck. It makes sense to me where interstate commerce becomes a thing. Now hang on, because it's worth it. When they said that's not happening, then it's just like the market's completely fucked in each one of these states. From California to Oklahoma to Colorado, like the market's completely trashed. Oregon, like Washington, just trashed. And now you want to do Schedule 3 but not allow interstate commerce? Doesn't make any fucking sense. You can't make any money selling the same bullshit to the same people but have more regulations. And that's one thing about this is regulations are through the fucking roof. All right, next reason. Cost of trim and testing. This is my particular gripe. I just feel like this is the way things have been going is geared towards huge cannabis corporations, huge cannabis crops, huge cannabis batches, and not towards the small grower or the mom and pop or just the craft grower. So if you're craft and you're trying to grow, I don't know, 100 lights or less, and you have 25 lights of this strain, that strain, this strain, whatever, and you're trying to bring that into the testing marketplace or even get it to the shelf, you got to go through the testing, and the testing is like $500-$600 minimum, and that's not even getting your terpenes. So $500-$600 minimum just to get it tested. Really, when you try to fill that room up with genetics because you don't want to have 4 strains, you're looking at $20,000 testing bills, and it gets to the point where it's like, this is fucking hurting the industry. Shouldn't cost $20,000 to test some pot. It just really shouldn't. And when you get to some point like that, it's like, what the fuck is happening? And I'll say this, the next phase of it, and this is something that we'll probably do a show on also, but now since no one can pass their testing, everyone is utilizing different types of devices, mainly rad machines, which is basically x-ray machines and x-raying, radiating their pot to make it pass testing. And that I have a problem with. It kills about 20% of the terpenes. You want to know why all the weed tastes like shit at dispensaries? Because it's been radiated for like 8 hours and it has no terps. That's the only way they can get to pass the testing. But then you got to get it back. And like when I talk about the trimming now, and this is no slight to trimmers, because trimmers are like, it's like a job that nobody really wants to do. It's kind of entry level, but there's also superstars in trimming. But when it comes to like the current state of the market, people need to like understand when you bring in a hand trimmer, which almost nobody does, but a hand trim crew, and they want to charge you upwards of $250 a pound to trim. I'll explain why in a minute, but that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, trimmers are actually the highest paid people in the industry right now, and they're getting away with it because essentially it's needed, but at the same time, the way people trim now, it's like universal, is either to use trim machines and destroy the pot, or to use a hand trim crew. But the hand trim crews typically only trim like the good top nugs, and then throw all this. Like, we've given 20 pounds of pot to trim crew that should have come back, 20 pounds of actual weed that should have come back or whatever as 20 pounds, and it comes back as like 13 pounds shake, 7 pounds of actual flour. And it's like, well, you're grinding it through like grinding devices to kind of, it's just like butchering the pot. But more to the point is the wholesale pricing of pot is insane. So that's one of my topics here. But when you really talk about like paying someone is paying you like $300, $400, $500, even $600 for a pound. But I mean, realistically, it's, I think in Colorado, the average right now is $500, lowest it's ever been. But there's pounds up there for $400 or $500 all the time. And I got to pay the trimmers, $200-$300 of it. I'm paying you half of it. It took me 100 days to grow it. And I got to fucking buy the nutrients, pay the staff, pay the power, pay all the bullshit. It's like, it doesn't make fucking sense at all. I'm not saying that trimmers shouldn't make that. I'm just saying that to pay them that, the cost of pot has to go up, which it should, but it's not. We're not seeing that right now. So it's a huge problem. When I think of like the major problems of a commercial garden, the cost of trim and testing actually eats away all your profit right now. I shouldn't say it's them. It's the general wholesale price. But because the general wholesale price is such in the shitter, that now makes something like trim and testing feel like expensive. Which before, trim and testing was an afterthought. It was just something that you covered when you grew your product. Now it's like testing and trimming bills are eating up all your money. Bills. So, I'm sure any business would say something like this, but what I'll say to this briefly is everything now is a subscription, and it annoys the shit out of me. I know that people are smart or whatever, but and these companies have kind of figured this out, but I have to pay Adobe a subscription. I've got to pay QuickBooks a subscription. I've got to pay the point of sale a subscription. I've got to pay the gas a subscription. And I'm going all of this shit is auto hitting like a motherfucker. I just miss the ability to buy a piece of software and run it, and you own it, and it works the entire time. It's now I'm paying $500 a month for a point of sale, or $700 a month for a point of sale. Another $1,600 a month for a weed maps. It's just it just kind of keeps snowballing. And when you turn around and you look at your overhead, you're like, why the fuck is everything that we need to operate a business not an item that I can buy? It's an item that I have to continually pay for. It's annoying. Some of them it's forced, like metric and other things. But I would just say all businesses will bitch about having too high of overhead or too much bills. But things like a phone and internet, $600, $700, $800. It's why is it seemingly constantly these subscription services that just it eats into your bottom line like crazy? And I just missed the day when I ran dispensaries 20 years ago, or even grows 10 years ago. It's we would buy software, we would use it, and we owned it, and we use it. And this is a gripe for the general world, but no, there is no such thing as owning software anymore. You just rent software. That kind of drives me absolutely fucking crazy right now. This one really hurts. This really hurts, and I don't want anyone to take this personal, because I feel like people that watch this show really love cannabis, but I'm speaking in general as a person that's been in the industry for 20 years. What has really happened is that at first I wrote, dispensary owners don't value good cannabis. But now I've been in the industry, for the retail side of it, for 18 months, for almost 2 years. And I'm looking at it, I'm going, no, people don't value good cannabis. This might be a Denver thing specific, but the general customer is coming in really asking for the cheapest shit. And I get it. Times are tough. Economy's tough. Times are tough. But when you're coming in, everyone wants the cheapest shit of all time. It has to be cheap. Pre-rolls have to be $1 or $2. Gram of weed for $1, $2. Seeing ounces the other day for $20, $30 for an ounce, eighths or $10. You know how many eighths you got to sell at $10 to pay $16,000 in rent? The same. I'll just say this much: the customer count is roughly the same, but because the amount of money that they're spending through the shop, it's nothing. It's really hard. You have to quadruple your volume, or quintuple your volume to really get it, to where you can make it work again. But I'll just say this much: when you see ounces for $20 and you see pounds for a couple hundred, it's really a time when I have to turn around and look at myself and go what are we doing? Because we work really, really hard to produce a high quality product, and when I put it out, the high quality product, and I go to say wholesale or whatever, and they're saying, hey, I'll give you $500 for it, $400 for it, the same that you're going to give the guy who grows an outdoor farm of just shitty outdoor dirt weed, you're going to give him $400 too, but you'll give me $400 for my custom boutique Skittles pound. And I'm just looking at you you don't understand the difference of this. You don't understand the value of the difference of this. And that's being passed down to the consumers, because the consumers are in a financial position where they want the best value for their money, but you're not giving them good pot. You're buying pot for $400 or $300 and trying to sell $10 eighths, and it's just fuck the entire system. Fuck the entire system. So yeah, I would just say this much: the problem isn't necessarily the people as much as it is the entire system. And the bigger the grows got, the more money that came in, the shittier the pot got. And then you look around, and I'll say, I thought we were in a good position to sit there with a craft cannabis brand, but really it's not going to work in this current environment. So it's something they had to take a look at and be if people aren't going to value the raw flower, I'd rather produce seed or genetic or do clone or other things where there's more value for the growers, or they value it more, as opposed to a consumer that wants to come in with a pocket full of quarters and wants to buy, a pre-roll. And that's fine, but it's just not something that, if I'm going to work my ass off, I'll just be frank about it. If I'm going to work my ass off, there's a lot of things I can do in life. I could make 6 figures doing lots of things, or I could sit here and grind in a cannabis industry that's declining so rapidly. When you look around, you're I'm working my ass off to make a fraction of what I used to make, and that doesn't make any fucking sense. So it's why do you want to keep continuing this fucking downward spiral of bullshit? or do you want to step aside from it, which is what I chose to ultimately do, step aside from it, replot. We may come back to the cannabis industry later, but right now, it doesn't make a lot of sense to do, from my perspective. Retail prices are garbage. This is what I just kind of mentioned. But yeah, when you have, a gram joint for $2-3 and you got eighths for $10 and ounces for $20, it's like, the prices are so shit that you thought that potentially, I'll be honest about this too, is like Dark Horse as a company has always existed as a small wholesale craft cannabis brand, but we saw that failing, just like I'm talking about here. So the move was to go to the retail location to try to sell direct to the customer for a higher price, as opposed to getting killed in the wholesale market game. But when the retail consumer, they demand cheap prices because that's what they can get all over fucking town. Doesn't really matter. It's just hard to stand out. I'll say this much: we did have high quality cannabis, and we tried to sell it at a higher price. We had stuff in our shop for $40-50 an eighth. That was stupid fucking fire. And we did sell it, but we didn't have enough of that clientele. We had far more clientele that wanted to come in that had $10-15. And I understand. I'm not saying anything towards that. I'm just saying that when you add it all up together and the retail prices are such shit and the wholesale prices are such shit, that's where you kind of have to step aside and say, like, why are we working so fucking hard? So, and that's a wholesale pricing as a joke. When you talk about $400 pounds, $300 pounds, $200 pounds, whatever the fuck is happening out there in America right now, it's like, what the fuck is actually happening? Like, growing a pound of pot, our costs were probably $200-300, and then you got to pay some other people, trimmers and everything else. So it's like you get $400-500. I'm going to sell you guys weed for less than it cost me to grow it. Doesn't make a lot of sense. And people that can't afford to do that have massive facilities, but they're defaulting on all their loans because they borrowed like $20 million, $30 million, and banging out $200 pounds. It's not really going to work for them either. It doesn't work on the small scale and doesn't work on the large scale either. So I would say cannabis in general is heading kind of off a cliff. Employee retention's at an all-time low. This wasn't so much an issue for us, but it's something I wanted to speak about because what we do is regulated so heavily, and the people that we have to hire from our hiring pool that have their little badges and been checked out by the state, typically it doesn't go well. And it's just like one of these things, a lot of businesses consistently kind of burning through employees or whatever. But I'll say this much: as far as dispensaries and grows, you're probably going to go through like 10 people to find one, and that's just kind of what it feels like. But the employees are kind of at a position too where they're not as jazzed as they once were about this. I'm trying to describe, like, when I first got into this, everybody loved what they were doing. Like, everyone was passionate about the plant. Everyone had they were just all about it from top to bottom. Now you're getting people that are kind of coming in that really don't give a fuck about it. They're just there for whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it may it be a job, or it's something that they're fucking essentially stealing from. We've seen a lot of theft and bullshit, and it's like, but then you got people that pinball around grows, steal secrets, sell their secrets to other grows. SOP theft is crazy. It's like the employees, we're expected to hire a level of employee that, like, I need you to perform so well that it protects us from potentially criminal problems if you do your job wrong. And that's what blows my mind about this, is like, when we hire somebody to run a register and like sell pot or whatever, if they do it wrong, it could potentially become criminal and they could go to jail, or I could get in trouble. I could go to jail. Like, it has to be egregious, but it's a thing where you can, like, if you fuck up enough, like, it's a crime. And all we can pay these people is like $20 an hour. I'm like, $20 an hour is kind of the standard for marijuana right now because everything is in the shitter. And when you think about hiring somebody, or say you're an entry-level worker and you want to get a job, you stand to make more money working at McDonald's or Burger King or whatever in the city at $22 to $25 an hour. And if you fuck up, you're not going to go to jail. Whereas in the industry, if you fuck up in the industry, you potentially are in big trouble. And I'm like, who wants to take that job for that low pay with that level of risk potentially to your life? It's just like, so no, we're not getting good people. And people are also realizing that cannabis isn't necessarily a great career. So I think we're seeing less and less high qualified people coming. People in the industry suck. And I'll just say this. I mean, I can say it now because I don't really give a shit, because I don't have to deal with anybody anymore. But I am officially exhausted as fuck of all these people in this industry. It's been 20 years. Like, I've seen everything you can see. I've seen every kind of shitty deal. I've seen good people that, like, you know, have been ground down to a nub. But I will say this whole thing encompassing it, like, you know, I've met way more shitty fucking people than I've met good people. And I'm not trying to be negative about it. I've met some really nice people and some high quality friends and things in this industry. But typically when you talk about ownership structures or who's in charge, like who's really in charge, who's cutting the checks and shit, like you see a lot of shady shit going on. A lot of shady shit. And then you see the people that are second-hand man to the main man are always trying to manipulate some situation to either jump to the next company or try to figure out a way to get it into their hands. So I've just seen shady dealings for so long that it kind of just makes you a little bit jaded. It's like, I love this shit. I love this shit so much, but I really do hate the people. There's very few people in it that I could say that I'm cool with anymore. And it specifically like the legal industry in Denver, Colorado. But it's also a revolving door. I've made it longer than anybody I know. Like anybody I know. That's another reason. It's like, if we're going to step aside right now, we're like the last motherfuckers left. And the next generation that's coming through and doing this shit just doesn't have the passion. And it kind of comes from more of a financial background. But yeah, either way, I mean, the industry has gotten ugly. I'll say that. We've seen shittier things happen. And I'll be honest, I've seen investors lose millions. I've seen people that, you know, I know have been tremendously depressed and have basically, you know, committed suicide and other things like that. It's like when we see people living their lives, losing all their money, losing all their passion for something, it's like, whoa, what a crazy slide we've seen in 20 years. And yeah, you know, part of that is really shitty people. Really shitty people are part of that. So, but no, yeah, I mean, keep your circle small. That's what we've always done. So, but I you know, I keep a small circle, and you guys have heard me bitch about how many people on this podcast. I've had employees I've come on here and bitched to you guys about. I've had fucking people have rented my buildings, drawn dicks on walls. I've had people fucking steal shit. I've had, like, dude, I've had so much shit. I've had fucking other companies fucking file restraining orders on me and try to keep me out of trade shows. Like, I've seen the wildest shit you can see. I believe it. Like, I believe that. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't regret my time. I just think, like, the people have increasingly gotten shitty. Lastly, overtaxed, overregulated. Like, the taxes are just through the fucking roof. Like, if you run a retail store, let's just break it down real simple for you. If you run a retail store, your taxes are roughly 20, let's just call it 27%, 30%. So, you know, you sell an item for $10, $3 of it goes back to the state, $5 of it goes back to the wholesale supplier if it's a Keystone markup. So you're left with $2 profit, or call it $2 or 20 cents a dollar. You're making 20 cents a dollar, but your rent is like $16,000 a month. On all the products that you buy, you can only make 20 cents roughly on, and even that, a lot of your competition out there will sell the products even cheaper or at cost or take a loss on it to get traffic in. So you want to talk about like a fuck situation when, like, you can't even buy products throughout the industry, put a Keystone markup on it, and then sell it. It's like, no. So with the taxes, with the white label cost, or not the white label, but the wholesale level cost, you're getting 20 cents a dollar. So it kills you. It truly, truly kills you. On the wholesale level, you're only down to like 20% on your pounds and everything, and it doesn't kill as much. But on the retail side, like 27% or 28%, whatever the fuck it is, it kills you. And it's just over-regulated to the mat. That's why I say, when I talk about over-regulated, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to Schedule 3 and other things. It's like, who in the fuck? I already feel over-regulated. Every 2 or 3 days, some motherfucker shows up to come in the building to do an inspection, to then write me a $125 inspection fee because he showed up. And I'm like, all right, like, you know, it's interesting, but I'm like, these guys never stop coming from these regulators, and now we're talking about more and more. And I will say this, they're not loosening too much of the rules. They're actually making them stricter every single fucking time. So it's kind of tiring when you're like, you know, it's supposed to be a pendulum that swings one way and then swings back the other. Well, it's swung this way, super regulated, and it's barely coming back. And you're not making any money in it. So if you're that regulated and you can't fucking make any money on the product, why are we regulating the shit out of a $200 pound, $300 pound? Like, do we really need to regulate the shit out of a $300 pound? No one's getting rich. And the black market's basically dead, so unless you fucking send it packs to New York, which that's dying also. The math is not mathing, and that's kind of why I left. You know, I don't want to say I left, but I've stepped aside, and I think it makes sense to step aside right now. And one thing that I'm going to be doing is breeding again. So I've focused on this industry shit for so fucking long, probably like 6, 7, 8 years, that, I'm like, what is my true passion? What do I want to do? And it's making seeds and making, dope shit, dropping them in drops and putting them out on the internet, doing this podcast, like having more time to like get in touch with the people that I like / the plants that I enjoy growing, not having to deal with the industry shit at all, having time to be home with my son and my new wife. And I'm like, you know what? I'm definitely just going to make fucking seeds right now, hang on to the seed market for a while. There's a whole thing with the hemp bill and that expiring in a year, but I don't really give a shit. Like, I think the best place to align right now that makes the most sense is to be a supplementary type factor to the industry with genetics and seeds. And I'm itching to get breeding again, and I actually have built my rooms, and we're ready to fire them up. There's new stuff actually that are fired up, and there's stuff coming this spring. So I'm really stoked. Honestly, you see all this shit on my screen that I'm bitching. It's like, honestly, this is just what it takes for someone like me to finally say, fuck it. It makes more sense to step aside, make seeds, pump out some Bruce Banner crosses, get into some autos. It's something I've been passionate about for a while, but I want to get into some autos. But yeah, this is what kind of steers me towards, this is what made my decision for me. And kind of seeing it out on screen, it even makes me feel better about stepping aside right now. And again, you never know. I may come back in, or J-Lo and I may want to do another shop some point. We may want to get in the grow some point, but right now it makes more sense to step on the sideline, produce seeds for home growers. Home growers is the new customers to me. I'd much rather take care of home growers and not have to deal with this industry shit, because they've ground me down to a nub, man. That's all I can say. All right, let's go to what in the actual fuck?
What the actual fuck did you just say to me right now?
Texas. What the fuck is going on in Texas, everybody? This is kind of like right on the same level of what I was just talking about, but Texas is, dude, I'll just play it. What the fuck, Texas?
We are responsible Texas business owners, not criminals.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense, guys.
Dozens waited for a chance at the mic Friday to speak directly to Texas Department of State Health Services officials.
So it's going to go black market. It's not going to go away.
Texas agencies are working to structure regulations on consumable hemp products at the direction of Governor Greg Abbott. DSHS already issued an emergency order last fall banning sales to people under 21, but a new set of rules proposed at the end of December takes it a step further.
So there's a lot of proposed mechanisms to increase tracking of products, testing of products, and that sort of thing.
Catherine Harris is a fellow of drug policy at Rice University. She says the new rules expand on the emergency order. If approved, licensing fees for manufacturers would climb from $258 to $25,000. Fees for retailers would climb from $155 to $20,000. The new rules also put stricter limits on the amount of THC allowed in products.
And the intent of that is to essentially prohibit the sale of that hemp flower that does have intoxicating amounts of THC once it's, well.
All right, that's about all I'm going to play for you. But basically, that's it. Like, what the fuck is Texas doing, dude? I don't really understand it. Like you're trying to do it under the guise of hemp, but you just won't legalize recreational cannabis. So you're trying to do it under hemp, but then you want to make fucking your license fees go from $100 to $20,000 fucking dollars a year. It's fucking insane and so greedy and so stupid from the state of Texas to try to do it this fucking way. What in the actual fuck are you talking about? $20,000? You're taking your licenses from $150 to $20,000, and then $258 to $25,000. This is what I'm talking about with the fucking overreach of the goddamn government when they try to make pot legal in some sense. But I also look at the state of Texas and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Just make fucking pot legal recreationally or medically, like so many states have done before you, instead of trying to do this stupid bullshit Delta 8 crap. And now you're trying to fucking make license fees for Delta 8 fucking $20,000. And oh, by the way, the federal loophole on this bullshit closes in January. So why the fuck would anybody do that in the first place? Texas is fucked up right now. And if you're in Texas, I don't understand what you guys are doing with this shit. So I'll just say this, like, what the fuck? What in the actual fuck? That's all I'll say. All right, moving on. Dipshit of the day. Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt. This guy's a fucking piece of work.
Send the marijuana issue back to a vote of the people and let's shut it down. As governor, my top priority has always been keeping Oklahomans safe. One of the greatest threats to public safety is the out-of-control marijuana industry. When Oklahomans voted to legalize medical marijuana in 2018, we were sold a bill of goods.
Oh, not the bill of goods.
Out-of-state liberal activists preyed on the compassionate nature of Oklahomans. Then it opened up Pandora's box. Now we have more dispensaries than we do pharmacies. Think about that. These storefronts hide an industry that enables cartel activity, human trafficking, and foreign influence in our state. Adria Berry at the Oklahoma Medical Marijuana Authority and Donnie Anderson at the Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics have done an incredible work to hold back the tide of illegal activity. This industry is plagued by foreign criminal interest and...
I gotta stop it right there. Okay, if you heard any of the first part of this podcast where I talked about how you can't make a fucking dollar in this dumbass industry anymore, this guy qualifies for one of the biggest dipshits I've ever fucking seen in my entire fucking life. You think cartels want to make $200 a pound? They're gonna come into Oklahoma and set up so they can fucking sell their $200 pounds in your shit market too? Nobody's making any fucking money. It's fucking dumb. And the reason there's more dispensaries than pharmacies in your state is because it's a safer product to fucking consume than you'll get at any pharmacy. It's a healthier medicine, dude. So this guy is a fucking total douchebag. Apparently this is his exit address as he's leaving the state. I don't really do politics on this show, but when I see people literally trying to repeal laws that were put in place before they even came based on fucking circumstantial bullshit such as what he's talking about, it kind of makes me want to puke. I'm like, this is an exact opposite of what we just saw in Texas, where you've got a governor who wants to fucking put in $20,000 fucking license fees, and then over here in Oklahoma, you got a governor fucking being like, their goddamn cartels are coming in here, and it's like, dude, you are so misguided. You are so out of touch with this shit. You go talk to any of your operators in your state, and they'll tell you that they're struggling like a motherfucker. They need a tax break. You know what I mean? It's like, like I said, dipshit of the day, dude. All I can say is, you, sir, are a fucking dipshit. And we'll leave it there. Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt, dipshit of the day. Before I get out of here today, I did want to talk briefly about Night Owl. Night Owl is coming to do a drop in 48 hours. He's got his notorious Valentine's Day drop. He's probably made some chocolates. I don't really know that for sure, but I just talked to him the other day, and we're going to do a drop show for him, so I'm not sure the exact time. My guess it'll be around 7 or 8 o'clock, but we will be back. We will be back to do a drop show for Darren, for Daz. So, yeah, everybody, come check her out. I'll be back here in 2 days. Shout out Mosca in the chat. See you, my friend. Like I say, also go check out Sea Bazaar. Mosca and I are holding down the Sea Bazaar, and it's back at it. Yeah, Night Owl's in the chat. Good to see you, my friend. But yeah, I'm not sure. Daz has all things cooked up. One of my favorite things to do on this show, one of the things I missed the most, was chopping it up with Daz on drop nights, watching the internet break the website, and then trying to scramble to fix it. And yeah, watching you guys get at it like frenzied. I like the frenzy, you know what I mean? So yeah, drop show coming. Drop show coming on Friday is the drop. If I'm mistaken, whenever the drop is, we're gonna do the show and count it down. So yeah, we'll see you guys on Friday, and look forward to it. All right, make sure I got everything on my hair paper. And it feels weird to be doing this podcast again. Really cool. Oh yeah, ABC's a fake seeds video got taken down, and Barney's and a whole bunch of other people have started selling fake Bruce Banner seeds. So we might have to remake the old ABCs again, about Bruce Banner again, and just who the new fucking violators are. But anyway, like I said, I hope you all had a wonderful, it's kind of belated, but wonderful Christmas, holidays, New Year's, all that stuff. And like I said, we're going to be going every single Wednesday at 7, rain or shine. I will see you there, and I look forward to getting some interviews in here, playing some games, get Stone Ninja on here, play some Family Feud, the reigning champ. Check out my Instagram next couple of days, because I'm going to be doing a Family Feud type show again coming up. That's what I miss. And I'm going to have to ask questions to the peeps, and then you guys tell me what's up. with the answers, and we'll play the game. So check out the Instagram for the Family Feud, and I will see you guys Friday for Darren's Drop Show, and then I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Good to see y'all. Peace.